Welcome back to C.O.R Academy. I am Sarge. Thank you for stopping by and checking out today's episode. Let's get right to it. The most important thing that I have learned over the years is when I watch film and I break things down, I get better. And when I'm transparent with others around me, they also get better. And that is the true honesty that you have to tell yourself every single day, that you want to get better, but sometimes you have to really put yourself in a position where you're uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable is going to put you in a position where that pressure is going to be privilege. So let's get into this clip, and I'm going to break it down, some of the stuff that you need to know about pinching the paint, double whistles, but most importantly, trusting your partner, trusting the system, but also understanding that the more we are in the book, the more we are watching film, the better we're going to get. All right, let's get right to it. All right, let's look at this clip. It's very important to share with you that honesty and transparency with your own self on how to get better comes from watching film. In this specific film, I'm going to be at lead, and I've officiated with these guys for a while, and we've built a lot of trust over a period of time. Now, the reality here is when you build trust, often you get more relaxed because you know if you miss something, it's going to get picked up. In a situation like this, where we're looking at primary calls, secondary defenders, we have to step up and not just figure, they're going to get it. Because if you have an evaluator in the stand, they're not going to see and feel the same way about the crew that you do. So let's go through this right now. All right, let's jump into this clip here. I'm going to be at lead. The competitive matchup is at the top. It's going to start off pretty quick, but obviously we're going to break this down in some slow motion and zooming in. All right, here we go. All right, ball's coming from trail into lead. Lead stepping down. Zoom in here a little bit. Now let's go without our lines. Okay, so we have some good information here that is going to help us really dial into what we need to do as officials. First of all, this is a great look from our center. Looking at that competitive matchup right in that specific gray zone. Okay, these are our gray zones. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Now, our trail has a good look at the competitive matchup as well. Now, when we look at our lead, which would be me, where should I be in this particular play? Okay, I should be coming in a little bit, right about here. Okay, I want to be a part of this play. Secondly, as we move forward, I want to be more active in engaging when this player makes an effort to come through. So now I need to be here and a part of this play. And by doing that, I'm making movements, and in doing so, getting a good look at everything. And all the officials have their respective primaries, which leads into this next portion here. So where am I at? I'm still out here. By this time, we have our officials looking at this play, coming from that competitive matchup. I should be right about here in this area. I have to be reactive to this play. Okay, so now I'm there. Late or not, I'm there. My eyes are locked into this play. However, as you can see, the trail, my gut feeling is the trail realized I might have been late to the play, but also we have eyes coming from the side because, again, we are definitely going to be in this gray zone of fouls. Okay? Now, let's get to the main part of this specific play so that we can really understand this portion right here. Okay? This is a secondary defender. As the lead, it is imperative that you understand that this player that was part of the play here is no longer part of it. And this is going to be a click in your head where you see this player right here step up, and that means it's game time. That is you. You can see what is happening. You have, pinched the paint to get a good look at what is happening. So, in this play, we want to be the person that calls this. We want to be the person that steps up and confidently and efficiently calls this. Because as you can see, boom, right there, that's my call. And being slow to the play or not really comfortable with me moving and calling, whatever it was, this play belongs to me. However, as you can see, both officials realized Sarge is late. Sarge missed it, and they jump on it like really good officials, because that is what a team is all about, getting the foul. The lead is late. The lead's not there. He didn't call it. This is a foul. So regardless of how I'm feeling about it, and you can see, I think here, I realized I was late. That was me. And we have 2 whistles on the call because it was such an easy call to make. So you may be wondering, all right, well, if you have 2 whistles on the call, whose call is it? Well, again, and this is, you got to be honest with yourself. In this particular play, we have a very, again, here is our gray areas. And when you're in that gray area, and that line is right down the middle for the play from center, and then you have a good look on trail, this is what happens. Now, what is important here to note is when you see a play develop and there's 2 whistles, hold and see or nod to another official and give them the call, or they're going to give you the call. Don't simultaneously do the call at the same time. Make sure you're identifying with each other. Sometimes I point, sometimes I nod, and we go with that, nonverbal. But don't have multiple mechanics being done at the same time. Now, just for clarification, because I know some people will watch this and go, well, what's the book say? Well, the book is going to cover this in basically the way I have shown you. But because it's important to see and read what it is, let's look at it. Okay, let's jump into the book here, 5.4 lead position. Now, let's look at where we're at on the court, okay? We have a player here, and we have the defense here, and then we have another defensive player in this area. Okay, so in a short breakdown here, not to go too much into it, you can go into your book and read this, but I want to simplify this. When the ball is on that close line to the center, middle, this is where we want to start the close down process. Because if that competitive matchup, as seen in this play, makes a move in, you are now in the best possible position for a close down to look at this play. So again, 5.4 lead position, looking at this and understanding this is really how it's supposed to be, where that player was originating for the competitive matchup. I should have closed down in establish that movement quickly and knew that I wanted to be a part of this specific play. Okay, let's shore up this episode here with some more context. So we have here our double whistle areas that, as officials, we know this is some of the gray zones. Now, in our book, it's going to give you some real good understanding of what we're going to do, as I said previous in this episode, on how we're going to maintain these double whistles. Okay, we're going to stop the clock, refrain from giving the immediate preliminary signal, and we're going to make eye contact with our partners and really understanding where that play originated and understanding each position's primary coverage area. So this is going to cover that double whistle situation, which was perfectly executed. And in this particular play, the trail picked it up because, again, I did not get involved in the play, and I had other officials that I trust step in and execute that adjudication. So for every play that happens on the play, there's always going to be some context that goes to how we are going to adjudicate. And it's important to study and watch film. And most importantly, be honest with yourself, like I'm being honest with you today about this specific play, because I was looking at my notes and I realized this play is a play that some of us have problems with, and this is the play that I had a problem with. So sharing it with you is going to make me better. So again, thank you for stopping by and checking out this episode. I know it's a little bit longer than you probably like, but share it with individuals that you know that this may help them down the line. So again, thank you for coming to C.O.R Academy. Strive for excellence. Your time will come. And as I always say, wait them out. All right, good people. Have a good one. Bye-bye.